Hello, welcome to Chasing Diecast Cars. So in this live video we go a little bit more into detail on the cars I showed in my previous chase report, cars or vehicles. This is the Ford Econoline by Majorette. So it's got the opening back doors, plastic doors. They're held, or they are kept closed with this clever device here, this little lip where the doors sit behind and prevent them to fall open on their own. So I've got this clever Majorette back door opening device made by the Swiss Army. So I can use that to get in there and kind of pull these doors open. Rudy Moons, goedemiddag. Because they're not easy to open, you know, they're plastic, so yeah, there you go. Don't want to break them, and my fingers are too big to fit in the holes of the windows. So got the big cargo area. So they work pretty well, these doors. Have this nice sound when they shut. You just push them over the lip and then they stay closed like that. Now, when I got back from the Flanders Collection Car event, and I got home, I thought, oh no, I think I already have this one. So I kind of dug into the collection, and this is the one I was thinking of. So also in ambulance, but different. So I did already have this casting, but not the same livery. So that was a relief. And I also have a Spanish fire department version, Bomberos. It's got some a ladder on top and some tubing. I think this is also used for other liveries like a plumber or something like that. So same opening doors in the back. Nowadays Majorette vans don't have opening back doors anymore. Here's the Renault Master in also a fire department livery. So it's got the lens headlights, but and it's got suspension somehow. But the doors in the back are just part of the metal casting. But at least you get a metal body. Carl's Diecast Garage. Good morning to you. Good afternoon here in Europe. And they also have this Frank Magnagi. Hi, welcome. You also have this VW Crafter, also with suspension. It also does not have the opening doors in the back anymore. It does have the trailer hitch, so that is still similar to these Fords. But yeah, of course it looks much nicer, much more modern than these oldies. You see the evolution of the Majorette brand. Yeah, it's quite significant. Of course, there's much more possible now than there was back then. Then we get to the Renault Kangoo. So I got these two with the opening doors, and surprisingly I found this in my collection. This does not have the sliding door, and doesn't have anything in the back that opens up either. So the ones with the sliding door have the lift gate in the back. This one has the double doors that do not open. So that's kind of surprising that there's a variation on this casting with a non-opening part. Gonna put these back. We're going to revise these. So we got the Golf here with the opening lift gate or hatch. Got the Corvette. Here we got the... We're going to talk about these cars more, but I wanted to show this first. So we got the Jaguar Xj6 by Majorette, metal on metal, suspension, opening doors, lens headlights. So this Calimera, this is one from my childhood collection. So a civilian version in black, the same red interior, so same metal on metal, same wheels. We give it the red interior so it gets the red taillights. And then Matchbox also did the police version, but this one does not have the opening doors anymore. It used to have them. Monaco McLaren, good afternoon and good night to you. Yeah, the trailer sets made for girls. That's funny. I was going to comment that, but I thought, well, better not. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. From the childhood collection, original version with opening doors. And here's the kind of the retooled version without the opening doors. Same wheel still, but no metal base, plastic base. And then here's a German exclusive with the plastic base and no opening doors. So basically the same casting as the police one. This one was only available in Germany. Got the taillights done and side deco and the chrome grille piece. But what I also wanted to touch on is that I like how the continuity in the diecast world. For example, Majorette still does a Renault Kangoo. It's a newer version, and it's got the hatch that's that opens up in the back. So not the sliding door anymore, like with this one. Of course, it's a little bit more better detailed than the oldies. Same with the VW Golf. They still do the Golf. And still has the hatch that opens up. No more trailer hitch on it. It's got a window piece, whereas the old version did not have the window piece for easy opening. Cool, Monaco. I don't think I have a police Jag in my childhood collection. At least not in my mint one. And same with the Corvette. They released this one, I think in 2020. Diecast dude, welcome. Goedemiddag. Sorry, I cannot open this. I can only open this in a catalog video, so it has to stay carded. And then for 2021, we get this one. So, still doing the Corvette after all those years. Carl Solar asks if I have the Majorette Mark 1 through 3 Golfs. I should check, Carl. Definitely not mint. I have the 5, I'm sure of that, mint. And then the older ones I should check. But yeah, Definitely not mint, in plate with condition probably. And same with Jaguar. Now they don't do the saloon version anymore, but they do have this F-Type. Still has the opening door, still has the suspension, the lens headlights. What is fungus? Wasn't that apparent in the video? Mold. I don't know what the correct word is to use, but yeah. Stuff that grows on stuff that is not supposed to grow on there. So totally different type of Jaguar, but at least they're still still have the license and they're still using it. Of course, Matchbox also does the F-Type. No opening parts though. And Hot Wheels does it too. A little bit more recent one, 2020 version, I believe. Yeah. Don't know what year the Matchbox is. 2015. There you go. But since this is an opening parts video, here's a previous Jaguar Coupe, the XK8 by Hot Wheels. Some kind of premium version. I don't know if it's a 100% one. XKR, metal on metal, exhaust detail, and engine detail. Now when it comes to police cars nowadays, Matchbox has this one with opening parts in the moving parts series. So the back doors open on this one. The 2006 Ford Crown Victoria. Detail wise, it's kind of goofy on the interior. It does have the lens headlights. And then continuing with the moving parts. So this one got me confused. I got the sense that I already had this. And so I started digging, and this is what I have. So this is basically the same casting, but here it's called Ford Dump or Utility Truck, and here it's called Ford F-Series Truck. So this one has the 1999 Mattel copyright. This one has the 2000 Mattel Inc. copyright. So it's basically the same casting, but they have a different opening part on top. This one comes with a raft, and this one comes with a kind of a dumper thingy. You have the same detail in the back, in the bed. So that's what got me confused. So I actually do have the casting, but the part on top is different. Here's Siku. So I showed the Polizei, the German police, Audi A4. So recently I got this Italian police version of that same vehicle. I have a stock looking civilian version. And I have kind of a holiday version or a cycle racing version. So it's got the box on top that opens up. Got the bicycle carrier. And talking about continuation, Siku still does the Audi A4 Avant. This is a more modern one in the German ADAC livery. That's a roadside assistance company. So again, with Siku there's also continuation. They keep on doing the models we knew from when we were young. think people like that. And then we get to Hot Wheels. It's not in screen. Yeah, there it is. So we got the Corvette. The 8 Corvette, it says on the base, I think. It's very shiny. Yeah, I agree, Justin. The wheels on the recent Siku vehicles are not that nice, because they don't have the open holes between the spokes. See, these have the openings between the spokes. That's hard to see on this one, but it has. And then the newer ones, the rims on itself are nice, but yeah, they're not open in between there. So if they gave it some black wash in between them, that would look much better. So from the revealers, so it reveals its engine. Let's see if we can actually open this up. Yeah, there you go. So the engine seems to be metal. So it's not a very pretty casting as such, but because of the opening part, I cannot resist buying this. Same with the Buick. Not something I would normally buy. Buick Grand National. I think it's very popular in the United States, but you know, I have never seen this car in real life, so it doesn't do nothing for me. By the way, it says Grand National here on the quarter panel. I was able to read that on my computer screen after doing the video. These are hard to open, I remember that, but this one's pretty okay. So just reveals a plastic engine. The whole front clip comes off and is metal. So the license plate kind of clips in there, part of the base or the interior. I think it's the base. And then I think push it down. No pushing down, something like that. Yeah, should. Oh yeah, click. There you go. I also have a gold version of this in the revealers. So got the same badge on there, the Grand National badge, then some black, flat black paint on the side with the reddish stripe underneath. And this one is kind of harder to open, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that hurt. This one got the chrome engine, got the chrome interior. So yeah, cool feature. And I got a few more of those opening part ones. This is the Cobra, metal on metal. It's only opens that far, this one. Again, metal engine in there. And here's a plastic base version. This one opens much further. Also plastic base version, but still has the metal engine. Of course, this casting has been retooled with the engine or the hood shut, so it does not open anymore. Thank you, Justin. And then I got this Cobra here. What does it say? Let's see. I can't read that. On that black base. Shelby Series 1, that's it. It's also some kind of a premium 100% casting, like that Jag, with a nice engine detail, rubber tires and stuff. So this got the opening hood too. And then of course a few classics like the Mustang. This one only opens that far either, or two. Metal engine, white walls. This one opens much further. Also got the metal engine, metal on metal, like the other one. And here's the Camaro, 1967 Camaro, I think it says. Metal on metal, Summit racing equipment. I think there was a Super Treasure Hunt version of this that obviously I don't have. So that's when it comes to the opening parts. What do you prefer, opening parts or metal base? Monaco McLaren asks. Well, probably metal base if I have to choose, because I like my diecast to be heavy. That's why I don't like resin. Much more detail, but you know, it's got to have some weight to it. Then we get to some other stuff that I showed yesterday and I talked about, and I wanted to go more into detail on. So here we got that Porsche Cayenne by Edocar, or with the Edocar name on it. Here's that same one with the Majorette name on it. So back in, I think, 2011, the Majorette factory flooded and they could not produce diecast cars anymore. So they asked Loyal Bright to make cars for them, to have some sales, to be able to sell some cars. And that's this one. And apparently Edocar also used the Loyal Bright services to provide them with some diecast. They're exactly the same. Skill-wise, these are pretty good. I've got a high speed here, which is probably close to 164. And size-wise, they are... the high speed is a little bit longer. If I put them next to one another, don't know if that will be able to show you. It's a little bit longer, the high speed. And then this is true 164. This is a Mini Champs. So if we compare these two, and to move a little bit more to the left, you'll see that these are exactly the same length. So Loyal Bright really does a good job at replicating these cars. Pretty much true 164. Authentic rims, so the same rims as the Mini Champ 64. Of course, the ones on the Mini Champ 64 are much nicer, but of course this is a full-on premium car. And lens lights. The headlights on the Mini Champ 64 are quite different to the other two. So I don't know which is more accurate. And then painted taillights and nice interior. Then let's look at some discoveries. So this is the Corgi Toys Discovery in the police livery. And Matchbox also did one. The Matchbox one is much bigger than the Corgi. And of course it's an older model too. The Corgi one is a newer model. It's the only example I have of a newer model Discovery. So it does not have these windows in the roof. Doesn't have a sunroof. The Matchbox does not have the light bar. Seems to have kind of a British police livery too, although it's not exactly the same, the Matchbox. So size-wise, I think the Matchbox is the biggest one. Here we got a real toy, also the first gen Discovery. So that is also a little bit bigger than the Corgi, but not as big as the Matchbox. And then we have Motor Max, again, old style Discovery. Well, kind of the facelifted version of the old style, I think, with these headlights. And some details in the back. And that's definitely the smallest one. So size-wise, they go from big to small. Matchbox, Real Toy, Corgi, and then Motor Max. So I've got 4 companies that do this model. There's probably more, but these are the ones that I have. And then we got also from Corgi these vans. Hey Joe, XLT Off-Road Bear, welcome. And when I saw this, I had to think of this Siku Mercedes van. Very much alike. This Siku is in a French police livery. Rims are very much alike too. So you got that separate piece for the light bar. The Siku is bigger than the Corgi. It's got a trailer hitch too. And they both have the full metal body. Well, maybe except for the bumper on both of these, yeah. Front bumper on both of them is plastic, and then the rear bumper is only plastic on the Siku. And same with the fire department van. Made me think of this Siku one. This is in a German livery. Siku also has this kind of Sprinter van with a box on, but it has a plastic box, and you know, I think they charge €5 for that thing, so you can only get a metal cab, and then the base and the box is plastic. I'm not going to pay €5 for that. So if I ever can get it for cheap, I will, but other than that, you know, this was less than €1.50 and it's full metal body. So I'd rather have that than mostly plastic one by Siku. Here's that Peugeot 1007. So the this is a city car or a micro car for our American friends. Monaco McLaren asks who owns Corgi. Hornby is the company that owns Corgi toys. Hornby Collectibles, I think they are called. Hornby. And that's the company who owns Corgi. They also own Oxford Diecast and Meccano and all those typical British brands they have in their portfolio. Golf carts. Yeah, that's right, Joe. You could compare it to a golf cart. So this had an electric sliding door, and those things were notorious to fail. And that's the thing with the French. They often have some crazy ideas, but most of the car companies, Dalstar Diecast, good morning to you in Huntington Beach, California, sorry. It's afternoon here. So the French often have crazy ideas, but most car companies have those ideas too, but they scrap them because they're not, realistic. But the French, well, they just do them. And sometimes it works, like with the DS. That worked out very well. Didn't Hornby used to own Dinky back in the day? That is possibly, Kyle, but Dinky is, as far as I know, now owned by Mattel, which they don't do anything with anymore. Or maybe they have sold it in the meantime, I'm not sure. But I definitely have some Matchbox that have Dinky written on the base. For some strange reason, probably, copyright stuff and all that crazy things. So, electric sliding door. So you opened it and then it wouldn't close anymore, and then you had to drive to the workshop with the door open because the darn thing wouldn't close anymore. That's possible, Joe, that Chrysler had the first electric sliding door. That is very well possible. But I mean, on this type of car, this kind of city car or micro car, to put a sliding door on that's just a typical idea only the French would invent and then miserably fail at it. Because, these were notoriously unreliable. Okay, sliding door in the 60s. Not electric. Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. I'm not that old as you, Joe. I don't remember. Just kidding. Yeah, so that was just a bad idea. I don't see any of these around anymore. They weren't sold very much, and I think those that were sold have been scrapped very early. Yeah, the French are notoriously quirky. That's right. And then I showed this one. So I had some ideas with this, and I will show you what I plan on doing with this. This is another example I have. It's much nicer. It's got a very nice shiny base. It's got some paint chips too, but it's not as bad as the other one. But as you can see, the dogs have been cut out of the interior. So what I want to do is swap the interior on these two and have a nice version of this casting with the dogs in the back. And this one I got for free. It's unspun or whatever you want to call that. And so it's going to make it very easy to swap out this cutout interior with a nicer one from this vehicle. So it's just a donor for an interior. That's why I bought this. And then something from a video a few weeks ago, the Toyota Supra by Wally. I wanted to compare this with the Hot Wheels version. So the Wally is going to be a little bit bigger. That's usually the case with Wally. They are full on 3-inch, so they make everything fit the packaging. So even a very small car becomes huge. And I think Hot Wheels and Matchbox are more and more aiming to be closer to 164 if possible. I think that's a great thing. Nicer headlight detail on the Hot Wheels. Both have the Toyota logo. Hot Wheels does not have the side view mirrors. It's got the plastic piece here that wraps around. It's kind of hard to do. While the Wally does have the metal A-pillars, so it does have the mirrors. Side profile, of course, the Hot Wheels has the shopping cart handle in the back that the Wally does not have. Detail-wise, in the back, I think the Wally is just a tad nicer. The white makes it look like one big blur, which Yeah, it's better to have some actual color on there. Yeah, that's right, Monaco. They put the dinky name on the matchbox because if you own a copyright, you have to use it every once in a while, I think. Otherwise, you lose it, or it becomes up for grabs, I guess. Closer to scale, Joe. I think that will be the Hot Wheels. The welly is pretty big, but I think it looks better too. So that's basically it, what I wanted to show. So partially opening parts or moving parts vehicles, and then some more stuff I wanted to say about the vehicles I showed yesterday that I did not have time in yesterday's video. Diecast, good afternoon. You are late to the party. We are finishing up here. So thank you all very much for watching. Next week's chase report will be on what I found in Germany last Monday. Didn't find any new Hot Wheels. Did find some stuff that I was missing. The premium Hot Wheels Supra is better, Monaco McLaren says. Yeah, don't have that. I haven't seen it. So thanks for watching. Enjoy your afternoon, the rest of your weekend. Have a nice week. Bye bye.